Good day, Lords and Ladies. Welcome back to Wildermyth and the Family of the Twisted Wolf. As we continue the main story, now we're doing basically the first campaign, the Gorgon campaign, to show off the new DLC, and we're getting up to basically assaulting Crookfall Altar, which is one of the main missions for the second story arc. We almost ran out of time, unfortunately. We couldn't do West's story plot point, and we couldn't scout all the regions, so it's not going to be great. But we need to basically take care of this now. So we need to assault the location. I wasn't imagining it would be so quiet, picturesque. Have we decided who gets the spear yet? The cavern of the sea spear lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. Sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, mouldy and mussed by the hands of titans when the world was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp and glows. But the canyon's deep places are strung with fragrant clear waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden in damp shadow and fern-feathered shade, but Fendra spots it, and they head inside. Leads the way inside, okay. Smell that? Someday I want to go with you to the... Oh, I don't know. Smells like the ocean. They keep going deeper in. Go slow, love. Lots of holes and ridges. Fendra follows her own echoes into the dripping depths. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. The air is pickled and stilled. It's smooth down here, but look at the ceiling. It seems to go up and up. Could be other tunnels. Something's glittering in the darkness. You see it? It's cold. Sinking into your bones, kind of cold. Can't wait to get out of here. Jump into a hot bath. Malin? This looks like the end of the tunnel. Carved and firm and ancient. Okay. Let's get everybody stacked up. Man, he's really lacking in armour. Let's get the door open. Foe guard. Calibane. Towering, reeking of algae and old water, it stalks steadily on stony limbs while the world quakes. Yeah. Attacks target and enemy adjacent to target. Immune to compulsion. That's not going to be fun at all. So she needs to move up, because we need to basically infuse something that can strip his armor. He blocked a good chunk of it. But let's see how he fares against the Great Axe. Or a backstab. Backstab for the win! And we got achievement for killing Calibane in one turn. Alright, let's get what we came for. Don't you wonder how that thing lived down here, or where it came from? The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the giant guardian shivers inside its carapace. Fendra approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like, grand, and it radiates legacy and power. It's just strange. What can this thing really mean to them? The poem is an oral heirloom. My guess is that the hero queen who wielded this lance in antiquity was actually a Gorgon. Love. Doesn't that open up a lot of possibilities? I suppose we can't worry about it, but so it's a kind of emblem to them, maybe, or part of a past hero. As Fendra grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, of tortured lungs and shriveled air, and the sickly squeals of creeping things. By the sound of it, a horde of Gorgon beasts is pouring towards the chamber. We need to we need to hope they don't cut us off from our escape. I don't think we'll survive if we stay here. So we get the Gorgon Spear. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to give it to her. So I think it suits her to have it. Littlest Glass. Spear, no. Sweet Piercer. Dark Veil, fell. Yeah, let's claim Dark Veil fell. And the enemies are turning up. Okay. So we need to basically bust out. Achievement, no time for claw monsters. Kill Caliban 1 turn. Fantastic. So we need to basically get back down the way we came. And the enemies just keep pouring in otherwise. So let's get everybody stacked up. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. A flock of crows can ground even the great eagle. Their numbers endless. Can we survive? We're not trapped. They're entering from a different tunnel. They squeak and hurry. All we can do is choose a direction. Well, if he's right, our way may still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Okay. Escape alive. So they've got everybody stacked up on us, really. Because now we're going to have to basically push like crazy. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, more enemies are going to start pouring in. We need to basically go. Okay. So they're blinded, so their range can't see, which is good for us. Take that person out of the picture. Still can't get an easy shot off, but we can try. Okay. Yeah, more enemies are going to try and pour into basically the cave, so we need to go. Okay, so he's blinded again. Okay, so we need to basically keep fighting our way towards the exit, which is down here. Okay. Yeah, time to skedaddle, folks. Okay. Guardian up. If push comes to shove, you can basically get yourselves out of a pinch. You go here and guard them. Yeah, so more enemies is going to start pouring in. Okay, so we need to huff it to the exit. If you'd be so kind. We've got enough armor on our back hero to cover them. Man, they're really pouring in. Okay. The thing we need to worry about is the raccoons, because they have range attacks. And we're out. Whew, that was nasty. Warding is actually a nice... Warding is good against magic. You'll get a tick up. You'll get a tick up. There we go. We left the canyon and the cave behind. The enemy treasure in our hands. We should be joyful. But we know our class is coming. This land of ours is bleeding from its roots. The mouths of beasts, our own homes. Winning one hill doesn't decide anything. We can only hope this small victory buys us time. Okay. So, unfortunately, we do have lurker threats remaining, so that decreases how much time we had. They lose a card. So they lose the ball card, which is okay. During the years of peace, business boomed at Ogram Farm. Quarry Tholwick built a new tower near its centre. Vendra would come to for loads of stone and tell the quarrymaster stories from her favourite fights. Vendra added a new addition onto her house. He put a sturdy table in the centre of it and always found an excuse to have friends for dinner. When West tried to take Vendra shopping at a local Outfitters Plus, they give the family of the Twisted Wolf a great discount, but I like the clothes I have. How many days straight have you worn that thing? Hey, I wash it, says Vendra. Each day Rose swept the path and trimmed back the weeds. Vendra couldn't help but ask, why the diligency? Got to keep the chaos at bay somehow. A travelling salesman won Wen West's heart with a steady stream of gifts. Gorgeous, and a fella ain't half bad either. Wan West has his son has reached adventuring age. Pharaoh Hester has joined the family of the Twisted Wolf as a warrior. Didn't even notice he had a child. Oh man. Let's see. Like, it's just such a good thing. And her infection increases, so she gets a tree root. Her speed goes down, but her armor goes up. Not bad. That takes over. Health goes down, warding goes up. Ooh, nice. Now we can craft some resources. Okay, first things first. He needs to get better gear. Just straight up. Yeah. Speed going down isn't much issue for him. So he actually gets some once. And improve his bow, which is his main weapon. Yeah. What would we have left? Not a ton, to be honest. Use a lot of legacy points in the process. Get an improved dagger, which is probably what we do need to get for her because of her being a rogue. Okay. With that done, I don't think we actually have a ton we got left you can use. Improved spell threads for her. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just don't have the resources. You can make stuff in-game. That is one of the benefits. Having stuff made in-game really helps. How much does get a better axe? Ooh, yeah. You can see all the transformations, though, taking place, which is nice. Some storms batter compromise into combative neighbours. Grudges are no shelter in the bitter weather. The rain has been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountain snows melted and water roared from the heights. The sea whirled and wrung at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider. Valleys turned to huge brackish lakes. Lowland woods and dams of dry times were swept away as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought to escape from the churning flood. You think our Ulstrix poisoned the weather after all this time? Why? How? With what? It's beyond nature's whims. Something demands this, a Gorgon's will. I believe of all things are more connected than we are. Oh, someone's at the door. The strange party of visitors begs a fire. Deep cultists. They appear to be on edge here in a very common dwelling, and also very soggy. Arnon, you say we're natural allies. Care to explain? The haggard man behind the horns calls himself Arnon, takes a long breath and turns to address one west and the rest. Ask my wife, he mutters. Ask my wife, she sent me. Can you believe that, at my advanced age? I grew up here in Felwick, you know. It looks different. His two underlings shift and resettle their garments as they dry out. Must be about the flooding. Nah. You know why the... No, everyone knows. It's those tentacle casts, the Gorgons. They bring ruin to us all. Which Gorgons? They're blue. That checks out. But I mean, who's there? The Gorgons are flooding the world. They set it in motion and it can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this would be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right, it shouldn't be. The great balance should be unassailable. But somehow they've thrown it over. So the torrents fall, the sea thrashes, and the soil seeps black down our warrens. It is Ulstrix, and you would be. Ulstrix? Nah, it's the Gorgons, I'm saying. The beasts have our warren hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. You'll need to talk to her. Hemmed in, but you slipped by them. It's why it had to be me. I am a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. And you are some kind of good faith offering, or I've got some musk bread. You don't want my Jew cheese. And he certainly gives us an option, a strange one, but this weather, these floods, what else can we go on? If you want to watch this world sink beneath a raging sea, watch all the land things perish, then you're exactly where you'll need to be. But if you see sense, Aethon thruds a lump of soaked fabric on the table. Here's oh, it's wet. I mean, it's a map. Sorry, it'll dry all the crinkly. Follow the map. Come to our warren. There, learn for yourselves how you can deflect this drowning doom, and these lands all save. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card every battle. Okay, so yeah, we're underwater. Meet Arian at Wildermyth Kevin. A tire will flood in 150 days. So we can't stop the lands from flooding. As you can see, this is flooded. Flooded tires provide no resources to slow down movement. So we need to basically push, to be honest. Carve a pass. Yeah. So we need to basically get up here and meet Aaron at the Wizened Cave. But our party members are spread out all over the shop. I'd also like to do her story mission, to be honest. Let's do that. One of these modest, hopeful nights, nothing's gone wrong in a week. There, our mindscapes had their own geography, ranges of thought, forests of figment, lakes of longing, and miles of prejudice. To quest amongst these inner climes is just as daring a venture as the traditional hero's journey. Van West, would you say to a what did you say to a baker boy? What did you say to the baker boy? He looked rattled. Van West? A doctor's text. Dr. Wester. Her name is. Someone with a winking face threw it into the water. Basically, I had to retrieve it. There you go again, talking about had to. And there was other things on the stream bed, glittering, sleeping articles, lost or thrown away. Alright, Bandetta. Me. I see behind your eyes something too. Things going unexpressed will dig fortifications in you, and then they won't easily be removed. Candle quiet follows. It's a meagre wordless sound that waves between a going somewhere woman and her ever too faithful friend. And so they set out on a journey. It isn't even clear where. Is that where we're on a journey? Let's go with that. So let's grab the three of them. Man, they're starting to show their age. See, look, middle age. Yeah, stats starting to go down across the board. How long till she retires? 60. So she actually hasn't got that. She's only got about another decade or so left in her. 65. Yeah. Let's go. So they're off to there. Okay. That's 3 of them, and the other 3. Oh, let's gather the other 3 here. Man, Malin's starting to show his age as well. He's 52. Middle life, really starting to hit him hard. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, another tile will get flooded soon. Okay. If all the tiles get flooded, we're basically done. So, it's not great. A scattered self. A journey often seems directionless to Bandetta. Long cuts chosen over short expeditions through the brambles and other barren tracks. They take hungry trails, starved for forage as much as they are for purpose. But Van West seems to wake each morning with confidence where her eyes should go, what horizon her feet should aim towards, and finally, I think we're here. Yeah? Alright. Well, where's here, says Bandetta. It's inside of me. Bandetta looks quiet. I guess what you mean it's... These are my inside, Bandetta, my actual bones and organs. No, they're branches. The sky, the ground, this is a metaphor. Here, follow me. I get that it's a pretty unfamiliar idea. The trees are to be expected in a woman roaming like I am. Certainly you'd say she must have rocks in here and the sky. I'd say that. But, and I'm sort of been approaching the idea a long time, we think our souls are inside us. But what if it's just not the geography? What if it's weirder than that? Like the soul is a bigger thing and the body can exist inside and outside it. Venture beyond it, but also return and be centered in that space and find balance. And what if the body and the soul are at once remote and convalescent, maybe holistic? My response to that is, what are you saying? I mean, it's, behold, a pig has come. It makes itself known to them, shuffling its hindquarters. It purses its ears. Amazing. Is it? Goggle, goggle. pig of my inside, tell me why I felt so sick since the winter. What's made me sigh to tickle money? What turns my mucus to mustard? One West, do. Listen tight. Okay. To reach for wisdom, you'll foster its opposite. So there is in you a ripe weed patch of ignorance. Walk there and rough your fingers on those cat's tongue's leaves. Oh, and while I've got you, if you want lots of money, invest diversely and never make transactions in panic. Get yourself a full night's sleep whenever you can. Focus on breathing to stop your heart racing. And finally, kill the parasite beings that dig around your body better. That's actually most of the problem. Wan West. What? Right, I wondered if it was the para queens. Wan West, why can the pig... What's the para whatever site problem? Oh, those bacteria dragons, see? Gnawing my spleen. Chomp, 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 chomp. Oh. Remember, that's it. It's my inside, Brendetta. Be careful when you stomp your staff. I'll try. Disperse the bacteria things like doctors. Medicine strike. All foes suffer 2 damage at the start of the turn. Infection. That's 1 down, and they all get similar strike at the same time, so they're pretty much all done before you even began. Ooh, we got our action back from the attack. Fantastic. It dodged it. Cheeky fellow. Here, take a staff to the head. And she leveled up. Level 3. So, let us get... Post, Wildermyth will counterattack after a successful melee block or dodge. No, fly. As a swift action, every other turn flies 3 tiles away and grants plus... Yeah. Very nice. We get Speed Ring, which is pretty good, to be honest. Doesn't really help her. Give it to him. The things turn to must as they die. They puddle, they seep into the ground. Well, I don't know what that was, but it was disease, and now it's gone. I already feel so much better at digesting, so the remedy must have worked. Come on, One West. This is obviously some absolute bizarre trick. The pig's a god or a lostling or something. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the pig's my consciousness. It also doesn't matter. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You can't really argue with results. Goodbye, Google. Goodbye. It's several weeks before they're home again. Can smell that half cross town. Simmer the onions and garlic till they look like glass and maggots. Heap it up and give it a good sniff. And that's nice. Now throw it away because it's time for the race. Hey, here's the mushrooms you wanted. What book you've got? Now, a cookbook? Oh, it's the same one as before. The back 2/3 it just becomes Dr. Winchester's culinary vulneraries. She also's an ambitious and wonderful chef, it seems. That's well, but listen, One West, I've been thinking some more, and doesn't it still mean the most sense that it wasn't a disease at all? I mean, it seems like some kind of a illusory thing. An illusory thing? Why would it be inside my body then? Right, well, that's the other part of the... But are you feeling better? Yeah, my fingers feel eager again. Recounting my inner passages are clear. Well, okay, maybe it is true. You can't argue with results. So what was the thing you're making? It's crawdaddies. Ultimately, the recipe is just very circuitous. Oh, crawdads. Yep, delicious crawdads. Wonder if I can nab a few. So plus 10 to our retirement age. Her stats go up, which are fantastic. Longer reach. It's annoying that I didn't have my dagger out. Because I wanted to try and get some better stuff for ambushes. But we'll go longer reach for her with her dagger. And that's really quite good. Gonna end it here for today, folks. A little bit of a shorter episode, but it's how it is. We need to basically push aggressively and get, with the final chapter, you really need to push aggressively because you're against the tide. So we need to basically just head for the exit, to be honest. In my experience with this, because it's going to start flooding surrounding areas, and there's no way you can stop it, and there's no point trying to explore more territory. We just really need to sort of get the main story done. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Wildermyth, Armour and Skins DLC, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye, everybody.